Hi, and welcome to this quick screencast on using JavaScript to send API statements. If you're an instructional designer or educator looking to make your e-learning content smarter and more trackable, this is for you. Today we'll walk through a basic example of how a simple JavaScript event like clicking a button can send learning data to a learning record store or LRS. First thing I'm going to do is I'm on a Mac and I have a folder here, and I'm just going to create a folder that we can work inside of. So I'm going to click New Folder. I'm going to call it Demo, and I'm going to drag and drop that onto my VS Code, which is already open over here. Now I'm going to click here, and I'm going to create two new files in index.html, and I am going to create a app.js. So in the index.html, I'm just going to type HTML, and you can see here I get a drop down with some selections, and I'm going to choose this second one, HTML5, and I'm going to go ahead and link the app.js file that I created, and I'm going to do app.js like that. I'm going to go ahead and save. Now I already have installed here Go Live, so I'm just going to uninstall it and just going to show you how to find it. So if we go here to extension and we type in live server, then we get the live server come up. We want to install that. You can X out, and on the bottom right we get a button here that says click to run live server. What this will do is, as we are editing our code and making changes and saving it, it will update those changes live in a browser. So what I'm going to do here is just to make sure that the script file is connected to the HTML file. I'm just going to put a little console log statement, and then I'm going to click and go to inspect, go to console, and it says here script file is loaded from our line 1 app.js, which is over here, so that's good. So I'll go ahead and X out of that. So now we can get to actually writing a little bit of code. So first thing I'm going to add here is a button. So I'm going to say button, and I'll say mark lesson complete, and this button will have an ID of we'll say complete btn, right? We're just totally making that up. I'm going to save it, and I have here the button. So here I'm just going to get rid of the extension. So now over in app.js, I can get rid of this line of code because we know it's there. And we're just going to go ahead and start with a function, and I'm just going to write out the skeleton of the function. The name of the function is going to be send. Whoops. SendXAPI statement. We'll do it like that. You can call it something else if you want to call it something else. And inside we're going to have a statement object, say statement, and the first property is going to be actor, and it's going to be name, mbox, which is mailbox, and it'll have mail to and then it'll be verb, and we could say ID, and the ID can be well, we could say like the number 1, right? And then display let's say like English, and say completed, and then here we'll have an object, and that will have an ID, and it'll have a definition. So we're trying to just like simulate like a record from a learning store. We'll say like name, and it could be like this will be an object as well. Intro to JavaScript. Let's see here. It's supposed to go inside of quotes. Right. Something like that. And description. And okay, so we could stop there, and then we're gonna do console.log. Actually, we'll do this when we fire up. We'll log it when we fire off the function when we click the button. So it's gonna be sending an xAPI statement, and we're just going to be logging this statement here from line 2. And so now let's go ahead and add the event listener for our button. So we'll do button, or first we're going to say document.get element by ID, and here they're suggesting it, and I believe we called the button complete dash btn, and then so we could say like const btn equals like that, and then here we can add the event listener dot add event listener, and it will be click, and then function send xAPI statement. Okay, and let's go ahead and save this, and let's see if we get it to log to the console. So we'll go ahead and click mark lesson complete. So I clicked it. Let's actually have the console open. Console. Okay, so it says cannot read properties of null, reading add event listener, click function btn, document.get element by ID. Okay, I didn't add this correctly, so let's go ahead and put this inside the quotes, and let's save it, and let's click now, and it says completed is not defined. So let's go here, app.js. Let's see what it is, line 9. Okay, so I should put this in quotes. So I didn't write this object correctly. And let's go ahead and save that. And let's go ahead and click console. Okay, so there you go. So basically, it's just the beginning of but using JavaScript and xAPI, you can track quiz answers, video completions, or even time on task. The data you collect goes beyond SCORM, and it lets you personalize learning and analyze behavior. Thanks for watching, and I hope this inspires you to explore the xAPI in your own content.